Hey everybody, this is Brian with Bear Cards 34, back with another video. So we have the Super Bowl on Sunday, and not quite the game I was expecting. I thought that was going to be a lot more competitive. The Chief offensive line just looked pretty rough, and some big plays by Philadelphia. So anyway, as a result of that, I think those Philadelphia Eagles fans are really thrilled, like Brian over at A Card Squad and some of the others. So congrats to the Eagles. And I did want to give a shout out to the quarterback for the Eagles. After that big Super Bowl win, his cards are going to really be going up in value. And of course, I'm talking about Super Bowl quarterback winning Eagle, Kenny Pickett, right here. So really impressed with him. Great job in the fourth quarter handing off the ball. In all seriousness, though, Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. So congrats to Jalen and the Eagles, and a shout out because I love running backs. So did want to give a shout out to Saquon Barkley. He had an amazing season. In the Super Bowl, the Chiefs really stopped him in his tracks pretty good. I think they focused in on him, but the rest of the Eagles really picked it up. And Saquon just had an amazing year, one of the best years for running back, and a really impressive season for him. So anyway, today I had a card come in yesterday, actually, that I had ordered that I've been really excited for. If you follow my channel, you know I'm collecting the player run of Merlin Olsen from his playing days. And I'm trying to get these all in a uniform collection of PSA 8s. And I just picked up this one right here, 1974, for the Hall of Fame defensive tackle, 14-time Pro Bowler. He was my dad's favorite player of all time. And so I kind of have a connection through that. He also played at my alma mater, saw him on Little House on the Prairie, and covering football games, including Super Bowl 20 for the Bears. So very happy to have that one. And I do want to give a little shout out here. I let him know I was going to be doing this. So Darren over at the Sports Card Professor, he has a channel that's one of my favorites, and I, for some reason, completely forgot to include him on my YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame list. I had narrowed it down to, I think, like 15, and then I pulled 10 out of a hat because I was having such a tough time. But I had totally forgotten to even put his name in there. And he has, like I said, one of my favorite channels. I really like his deep dive into the different sets. And, he has some really cool videos, things like best inserts of the 90s, worst inserts of the 90s, best card designs, box reviews, and a bunch of other stuff. And he has a newer channel, Creator Shop Talk, right here, that you guys should check out. He's done 2 interviews on there so far, and they're both really good. The first one was with 90s b-ball cards, and then more recently, Mike Monahan over at the Baseball Collector channel, and he does a couple of really nice interviews there, so definitely go check that out. If you're not already following him, I definitely check his channel out. He puts a lot of time and effort into his videos, and I'm a big fan. Alright, so one more graded card here, and if you see my collection, I'd say probably like 1 or 2% of my cards are graded, but I am doing one other slabbed collection set here, and this is the 1986 Topps Chicago Bears set. I've got a long ways to go, but I just picked up this Dennis McKinnon rookie card, and he was one of my favorites as a kid. I loved watching him play. He was an undrafted free agent back in '83. The '83 draft class was just amazing. And anyway, he played, I think, 7 years with the Bears. In '86, I think the year this card came out, he missed the whole season with an injury, but came back really strong in '87, '88. In '87, he had a 94-yard punt return for a touchdown that I remember that was an awesome play. And he caught a touchdown in 1988 in the Fog Bowl. And that was a pretty great game. If you haven't seen the Fog Bowl or you're not familiar with it, it was a playoff game, Bears versus Eagles. And it was insane how foggy it was. You could barely see a thing. And there are videos of it on YouTube. You should check it out. It's a very memorable game. And I remember he got a touchdown in that game too. But very happy to add that to the collection. So if you're keeping track, what I've got right here to go along with Dennis McKinnon, I have the Kevin Butler rookie card. I have the Richard Dent. I have the Dan Hampton, Danimal. Leslie Frazier, right there. The late Dave Dewerson, of course Walter Payton, and Jim McMahon, one of my favorite Jim McMahon cards. I really love that action shot with the pose right there. So anyway, happy to add one more card to the collection. There's a long way to go for that one, but one less to have to look for now. All right, and the next card I got, this is my second auto card of him, but one of my favorite running backs, Otis O.J. Anderson. I really like this one because it was an on-card auto, numbered to 49, and it commemorates that Super Bowl MVP that he had. Really was excited for him in that game. I remember his prime for the Cardinals was kind of before my time, but I collected cards starting in 87-ish, and my local card shop had card packs going all the way back to 78. And so I remember pulling his rookie card. His rookie year, he was the Rookie of the Year, broke records for how many yards he had, and just a great player. So he won Rookie of the Year in 79, and then a decade later he won Comeback Player of the Year with the Giants, and then a year after that, the Super Bowl MVP. So really happy to have this one. It's a 2023 Panini Limited Game Day Aesthetics on-card auto. And I always like those on-card autos. The other one I picked up of him was this one a while back. And I believe, yeah, that's on card as well. So have a couple there. I'd like to get an auto of him in his Cardinals jersey as well one of these days. All right, and I got this really cheap, so I thought I'd pick it up. This is a 2024 Score Showcase, blue parallel number to 100 right there for Neil Anderson. Took over for Walter Payton at the end of Walter's career. And I got a couple of basketball cards for my Utah Jazz collection. This one right here is a, what year is this? 97-98 Generations of John Stockton. I really like that one with the 83 to 87 Generations right there. And big fan of John Stockton as a kid. Stockton to Malone was just a lot of fun for me as a Utah Jazz fan for sure. And a couple other Jazz cards. They all came from the same seller, so they put them all in here. All right, so I got a C.J. Miles. This one is numbered out of 1499. Future from Reflections for C.J. Miles. Darren Williams, very talented point guard for the Jazz for quite a few years. This is his Bazooka rookie card from, what year was that? 2005. Then I got this. So he didn't play for the Jazz for very long, but I wanted to have a card of him in his Jazz uniform. This is Danny Manning. This is the, what is that, game jersey edition. And so I was a Danny Manning fan. Great college player. Watched him play for the Clippers. So I was excited when he came over to the Jazz for a short time period. Then I got this. This right here is it's a combo card. So it's a Fleer 95-96 All-Star Weekend of Karl Malone. This is part of a subset. And then on the back here, you've got Tyrone Hill All-Stars right there as well. So picked it up for the Malone. And another Malone right here. This is pretty nice cards. I always loved Flair 95-96 right here of Karl. Kind of a thicker stock. Nice looking card. And then I got these right here, Stockton to Malone, with the throwback from Topps Heritage. These are from 2001 right there. All right, so those are the basketball cards anyway. And then next up, a guy from University of Utah. I was a fan of his in college. Made the Denver Broncos team. This is the Optic rated rookie. This is the red Pandora. I always like those Pandora designs. And so I'm happy to finally have a rookie card of Devon Vele. Next up, this is a guy who I loved in college. Running back for my alma mater of Utah State, and I love that image right there. He was drafted by the Chiefs, played in a Super Bowl with them as a rookie. This card number 14 out of 275. And so I like this one just because it includes the Chiefs logo, but it also has a really cool shot of him at Utah State, kind of hurdling over a player. And then this is another card of his. This is an auto Mirror Signatures right here from 2020. So a couple for my Utah State PC. And speaking of, my favorite running back ever for the Utah State Aggies right here, Robert Turbin, Inscriptions auto. I've got a massive collection of Robert Turbin now. For all I know, I mean, not a lot of people are collecting him. He won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks, played there for a few years among a couple other teams. So I can get his cards really cheap, but I'm a big fan, so I'm really happy to be able to do that. And his teammate at Utah State and with the Seahawks was Bobby Wagner. So I was really happy to pick up this mosaic because it's got him in his new Washington Commanders uniform. This parallel is numbered out of 199. And he had a really good season, made another Pro Bowl. Future Hall of Famer for sure. So happy to have that one. And then some Bears cards, last but not least. So I'm thinking about trying to get this team set. This is 2005 Topps Finest Green Refractors, and I just think these cards look awesome. These are numbered. This is Thomas Jones right here, and they're numbered out of 199. And I just think these cards are gorgeous. So I picked up a few of these. There's a Thomas Jones right there. And then right here we've got the Mushin Muhammad, talented receiver back in the day. And I got a Rex Grossman. Always thought he was going to be so good. He was injury prone his first couple of years, and I thought, man, as soon as he's healthy, it's just going to be amazing. And he did, go to the Super Bowl, but had we had a more solid QB, that probably would have been a good thing. Another QB right here, Kyle Orton. Had some flashes, a few good games, but definitely not like the guy to consider a franchise QB, that's for sure. And we can say that about most Bears quarterbacks, let's be honest. But Mark Bradley, and this one is an autograph, also numbered out of 199, but with the rookie card auto right there. So yeah, so anyway, these are really, really nice cards. If you have a team that you collect, you might want to take a look at these. They're really, really pretty. Big fan of those. So anyway, that will do it for today. Of course, the card I'm most excited to get here is the Merlin. So just one card away, but also really happy to get the McKinnon and some other cards for my PC. So that will do it for today. Hope everyone's doing well. Have a great rest of your week. Thanks for watching. And as always, go Bears.